Welcome back, everybody. Holiday Doc here, and I just want to talk about a few topics today over some gameplay. This is playing against a full team of 6 with win ratios over 3 and KDs over 3. This is not me going into a room, backing out until I find Baby Buffalo, and that's kind of the main topic of today. It disgusts me that so many YouTube players are continuously joining rooms and only playing if they find a team of extremely subpar teams. What is the point? I want to know what the hell is the point of playing the game if you're only going to play against terrible people. Not everybody is on the same, page and same skill set as everybody else. Yes, I understand that. Yes, we don't have a matchmaking system like Halo where it ranks you on, all that stuff. Your time played, your rank, and your ability in the game mode that you are playing. Yes, I understand we don't do that. But if you are a way above average YouTube player who is going out to simply play against extremely bad players to get YouTube footage, you can kiss my ass. Straight up. Like, that shit, it's sweeping the YouTube nation. And I'm getting kind of pissed off about it, and this is my rant video, because I don't believe that's what we should do. And I want to know when it became acceptable to stat pad. And that's exactly what it is. People are joining rooms, going into a lobby, and if they've got win ratios over 1, or if they got KDs over 1.5, they won't play. And sometimes, these are whole teams, not just individual players. I won't play by myself a lot, but when I do, I'll join a room and I'll play it. If I'm up against a whole team, I get excited. You know why? Because now, it gives me a chance to try and, make a challenge for myself. I consider myself an above average player on many lengths and on many reasons. I am a competitive player. I play in the competitive scene. I have tons of experience doing so, and I have a higher skill set in the game. I have a higher knowledge base in the game. And, this leads me to, play a little bit differently than most players. My streaks and, my perks, my gun selection is going to be slightly different. I use the silencer a lot. I use Ghost a lot. I don't use Flak Jacket very much unless I'm going for challenges. And I like to be hidden, and I like to stay out of, range of people and just pick up kills, watch cutoffs, and effectively play as a team player. Fortunately, this game does work out fairly well for me. I'm playing smarter than the other team. They're obviously getting fairly frustrated at points. They expected to come in and, beat us. As any, PubStar team would say. And, I'm playing with a lot of guys who only play with teams. The OTC, if they're in a room, they're playing with a full group of 6. Not all of them are on the same skill set as myself. And we had a little bit of a discussion on the forums whether it's acceptable to avoid losses purposely. To purposely go out of your way to play against people that you're not going to lose against. And the consensus was no. This is not how it should be. You roll the dice when you hit matchmaking, you should play against those players. Yes, if you're getting, stomped game after game, go ahead, find a new room, stay on your skill set. Nobody likes to lose. Regardless of what anybody says, nobody wants to lose. And, I enjoy the challenge, and sometimes I enjoy the loss. Losses teach you things. My whole reason for playing this game, and for playing in a competitive mindset, is to constantly get better. To constantly learn about things I can change in my playstyle to come out on top every time. And for the most part, I'm first in the lobby a lot of times. I play the objective when I have to. Now, when we're playing against a full team, my mindset kind of changes away from objective. We've got great objective players in the room that, have the mindset, let's go plant that bomb. Let's go plant that bomb, which is fine. Now, my job's got to switch to, let's watch those cutoffs. Let's make sure my bomb plant is going to get there and going to stay alive. And that's kind of, it just bothers me that some people just go into rooms. I'm not going to name names, but you can kind of get an idea of who it is. And it's ridiculous. Now, if they go into a room, let's say they're playing headquarters, and they purposely avoid going anywhere near the headquarters the entire game, and they drop like 80 kills, 90 kills against nobody good. What does that show me? That shows me that they have really no skill set in the game. Yes, they can shoot people, but they probably can't play against top-ranked teams or top-ranked people. You know, also, when you play against subpar players all the time, what are you doing? You're creating bad tendencies for yourself. You're getting away with stuff that you're not going to get away with whenever you play against higher skilled players. You know, your aim doesn't have to be on point. You know, you can hip fire like a champ at all occasions against bad players. You can sit in the most obvious spots time after time against bad players. When you're going up against good teams and other good public room players, you're not going to be able to exploit the same stuff that you're going to get away with playing against subpar players. That's my point. So, when did it become acceptable for players, YouTube teams, to start doing this? I seen a video where somebody dropped 90 kills, and the average rank in the room was 0 prestige, 25. Meaning, these guys all probably bought the game hours ago. Hours. Yes, you dropped 90 kills, but you dropped 90 kills against people that have not played the game yet. So what? What does that mean? That's not entertaining for me, and I don't know why. You know, the public consensus is, yes, that's good. You're so good. You're so great. Reading the comments on the video made me sick. You're the best player on YouTube. You're so talented. People need to open their eyes a bit. Now, I'm not telling you to go cuss people out that do that. That's not my intention at all. But you need to look at the videos and realize what they're doing. And maybe call them out on it. You know, I'm going to start calling people out on it. There's a couple of people in my regular group that would prefer to back out against really good teams. Now, yes, that is avoiding a loss. Sometimes, you know, if you're not playing with a really strong group and you're up against a very strong group, you know, give it one try. If you don't win, go find a new lobby that's on your same skill set. But don't purposely go out of your way to avoid the loss and avoid the challenge. I think it's really stupid and think it's really dumb. Second thing I want to talk about is chopper gunners. As you see, my chopper gunner popped up right now. And for the most part, I've been using dogs non-stop the last couple days just because, you know, a chopper gunner really, I don't know, it's a mixed bag, right? Like, I could sit here and against a team that doesn't have any air support, I could get a ton of kills. But that, once again, doesn't really show much. And I'm kind of on the same agreement of another video or YouTube poster who said, you know, Hueys, I'm not going to post a video with a Huey in it because it doesn't show anything. And, you know, I don't get a ton of kills here. The other team does do a good job of shooting me down right away, which any good team will do. Like, you know, when they popped up their Huey, I shot that down before it even got a kill. So, dogs, I think, are a lot more a better way to go about things. That was kind of a rant. I apologize, but I need to get it off my chest. And this is my way to do it, so I hope you don't mind. And, you know, take what you want from the video. You know, if you're a YouTube guy, and, you know, you kind of find yourself, you know, hey, I probably shouldn't have posted, or shouldn't have left those rooms, or played that TDM game against those people that have never played. Mercenary TDM, you're guaranteed to play against people that just bought the game. Guaranteed. And if that's your game type that you want to play on a regular, so be it, I guess. But don't get mad when you go up against good players and those same tactics that you used against them do not work at all against good teams. The same thing can be said about competitive. You know, if you're fishing for bad teams on GB, there's a lot of ways to do it. You know, one, you could play Search and Destroy, perks on and kill streaks on. That will guarantee you're going to play against some real bad teams for the most part. On the second hand, you might get playing against, you know, the same people that are trying to do the same thing against you, right? So, also TDM. TDM's considered one of those things where you're not really going to find a heavy skill set group of guys. So, it's all over there. And, you know, there's a lot of people that do the same thing on YouTube that play GB. They'll only post games where they absolutely dominate. And for me, I don't. I post losses of GB all the time. And, you know, you can see my frustration when I do post it and talk about why we lost, how we lost, and learn from it. Everything I do is a learning experience. Having theater mode for everybody now, you know, Modern Warfare 2, I was lucky because I had a PVR. I recorded absolutely everything I played, and I was able to go back and see exactly what I went and did wrong in games. Now everybody's on that same level, right? Everybody can go back into the theater mode and, you know, see, hey, that's where I went wrong. That's what I should change next time. Let's work on it. Let's get to be a better player. Now, wrapping up the video, I hope you don't mind me talking about this over some pub stuff. Reason being I haven't posted some competitive is because, yes, I did get a Machinima contract along with another deal that is going to be explained here soon, and it's a pretty big thing, and I'm really excited for it, and I can't thank, you know, Team Fear enough. Can't thank Woody enough. Everybody that's done work to help me get my own contract, I really appreciate it. Kudos to Joker too. Joker deserved it. He's a great guy. I love his commentators. Well, I love a lot of them. There's some that I'm just like, what? But I think that's with my stuff too. Some people are just like, what? Is that boy high? No. Never. Anyways, thank you so much for checking out the video. We've got 10 competitive matches hitting Machinima next week. I hope you're impressed. And I'm Holiday Doc. Take care. I'm out.